Hi everyone! I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you had a lovely weekend and last week, even though we were doing the very short readings, you did get some benefit out of it. But today we are back with our normal Monday readings, the 3-card reading with the Tarot of the Orishas, the Fairies Oracle, and the Vice Versa Tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just as every week, I do have these 3 decks with a stone, and if you would be so kind to time mark somewhere in the comments, that would be very helpful because I want to be able to do that, but it's not something I tend to remember because usually after I've recorded and edited and uploaded the video, and I do edit out some fuzz, you're obviously not going to hear it because it will be edited out by the time this is recorded. But you know, I'm going to give you a second of silence and let you just kind of hear what it sounds like. So I'll leave that in the editing and just kind of give you a taste of what I try to pull out. And then generally I just kind of save it in the right format and then add like a fade in and fade out so it's a lot softer as it starts and as it ends instead of an abrupt, hey, look, it's my face. So after I do all that editing, then I will go ahead and upload it and then immediately go to do something else. And I will almost inevitably I have always forgotten to put those time steps in. So first, please forgive me. And second, if you have a time, have the time, please go ahead and put the numbers in the comments. And if I see them, I will add those to the description. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start with the Fairies Oracle, and with the Fairies Oracle today, we have this amethyst stone. If you are new to the channel, you know that amethyst is one of my favorite stones. It's a beautiful stone. I don't know if you can see through it. You can't, but I can see sunlight kind of through it right now, and it's just so pretty, and like there's so much going on inside. And that is one of the great ways to know that you do have a real stone, is if it's got all these kind of little fissures on the inside. Can you see those? Let's see. Can you see all these little like lines in there, right? So that's kind of how you know that this stone's been through some things. It's been around for a while. It carries a lot of energy with it. But a true quartz or true stone usually is going to have some striations, some marks, some cracks, some imperfections, and that's one of my favorite things about finding stones, is finding stones that look really unique and really just kind of strange a little bit. So I love this baby. It's a great stone for dreams. It's a great stone for enhancing psychic abilities, adding, you know, some sort of what was I going to say? Crown chakra energy to your work. That could be, like I said, psychic energy. That could be dream magic. That could be some other sort of spiritual, very high connected kind of magic, kind of energy. I just usually keep it under my bed to help enhance my dreams so that I remember them better. My dreams help me write. My dreams help me navigate my emotions and help me deal with my life. So this is a wonderful, like, this stone is indispensable for me. It's a great stone. Okay, so we also have our Fairies Oracle. So let's see, what is your message for Monday, February 18th, 2019, concerning or from the fairies? Please, fairies, please, those beings out there that live amongst us and create and bring us inspiration and sometimes a little bit of fear, to bring us truth, whether we're asking for it or not. The Fae folk who may take us into their world and change the way time works and change the way we operate and the way we think. What messages do we have today for whoever this reading is meant for, whoever's chosen this deck, for February 18th, 2019, from the fairies? What messages do you have for us on this Monday? Please and thank you. You have the Singer of Connection. So with the Singer of Connection, it does speak to, or at least as far as I know, because like I always say, I am learning these decks, and the only time I really practice them is when I'm doing these readings with you guys. That's why I have the books with me. But it feels like it's more about connecting with your family or with people at home. If you're in a domestic partnership, if you live with other people, connect with those people. If you don't live with other people, connect with the people who make you feel the most comfortable, who make you feel the most safe, who make you feel the most at home. I do feel like it has to do with some sort of domestic thing, just because of the 6 up here. 6 is typically the number of the home, the number of stability in the home, cleanliness, domestic bliss, domestic comfort, domestic happiness, So with the Singer of Connection, I do think that it is telling you, to connect with people or beings that make you feel like you're at home, that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel safe, and that make you feel like, you are being your most authentic self. You don't have to put on faces. You don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to be somebody that you're not, okay? You don't have to be on if you don't want to be on. You can just be whoever you are right then in that moment, and you feel safe and you feel comfortable. So find the people who bring you that, okay? Let's see what the book says about the Singer of Connection. Is the light changing? Oh dear, there's sunset happening. So hopefully I will finish this reading before the sun goes down. And if not, I will step up and turn on the light. With the Singer of Connection, it represents spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. Through the power of this singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. In a reading, this singer indicates the connection of things, especially reconnecting those that have been sundered. It is unifying and reunifying. It tells us that we need to be aware of the connections between different aspects of the issue under discussion, as well as the connections between the people linked by it. We also may need to build more connections, a network of mutual support. The presence of the Singer of Connection in a reading indicates support and strength following through the connections between those involved. If this had a negative message, then this would indicate that we need to ask ourselves, am I earthed? Am I centered? Am I, turning the page, am I connected with the source? What do I need to do to be more aware of and enhance my connection in body, mind, and spirit to the universe around me? There are some suggestions to start with. Starting on page 181 if you need them. So, ask yourself what you need to do to enhance your connection with body, mind, and spirit. That does make a lot of sense with the amethyst as the stone here, because what you're dealing with is needing to connect on a deeper level, either with another person or with yourself. And amethyst is a great stone for connecting with your higher self, for connecting with deity, with the divine, with your subconscious mind. Like I said, if you use it for dreams. So that does make a lot of sense that it is probably more for connecting on a spiritual level than it is for connecting on an earthly person-to-person basis. But again, like I said, with that number 6, really try to spend your time, if you are working on creating better connections with people, try to spend your time with people who make you feel like you're safe, like you're yourself, like you're comfortable. And then you'll be also able to feel more comfortable and more safe connecting with yourself. And if you don't feel like there's anybody around you who lets you do that, then you can do it alone. You can go home, meditate, and connect with your higher self. All right? It is getting dark. I don't know if you can tell how the lighting's changing, but it's getting dark. All right, our next stone is the Smoky Quartz, which I think comes out like every week. Smoky Quartz is a great stone for grounding. It's also a good stone for any kind of psychic enhancements, for adding any specific kind of energy to your works. Unlike crystal quartz, it is probably not the best for getting the most clear messages, but it does enhance psychic abilities. It does kind of, if there's something that you're not clear on, something that you don't really understand, this could also help just kind of move the curtain, or blow away the smoke, so to speak. All right, so this is a great stone for psychic enhancements, for enhancing any kind of magical work, any kind of spell work. If you're doing kind of baneful magic, this can also be a little bit more, I think, for me anyway, it's a lot stronger than clear quartz, just because of the smoky mystery of it. So this is a good stone. I've already said a lot about it because I do think it's popped up quite a few times in this reading, in the 3-card reading. So let's see what you have from the Tarot of the Orishas. Let's see if I can do this before it gets actual night here. So what is your message from the Tarot of the Orishas for whoever has chosen this deck, for whoever needs this reading? What is the message for Monday, February 18th, 2019, from the Tarot of the Orishas, from those beings, from our ancestors, from my ancestors, and the ancestors of all people on earth, these gods, these sacred powers? What message do they have to bestow upon us today, February 18th, Monday, 2019? Please and thank you. You have the 7 of Air. Okay, so with the 7 of Air, you might be in need of some nurture. There might be some part of yourself or some part of your experience, your day, your priorities, your goals that you've been neglecting. For whatever reason, it's like you just really need to put more energy into your goals, into your plans, into whatever this is. I do feel like because this is air, that it has to do with some sort of goals that you're making. It has to do with, like planning or writing things out, or just what you're hoping for from the future, or what you want from yourself. And it's like whatever it is that you have wanted or been hoping for, you've either been kind of missing out on, or you've just been kind of ignoring. Like it's something that either you've try to make happen, but for some reason it's like the universe doesn't want to give it to you, which if that's the case, it's something for you to stop and consider why the universe doesn't think you should have it. Are you ready for it? Are you prepared for it? Is this something that is going to ultimately cause trouble for you? Is it the universe actually not letting you have it, or are you self-sabotaging? So ask yourself a lot of these questions so that you can get down to the root of why this thing hasn't been happening for you, why this is something that you're struggling with, okay? So let's see what the book says about the 7 of Air. Let's see, water, earth, fire, air. This card represents the possibility of being abandoned, the lack of resources, a loss of objects or people. The absence of guidelines may bring about moments of desperation, confusion, or futile efforts. Ask for relief or help if you need it. Okay, so again, it's that there's a part of you or something that you've been trying to work on that's either been abandoned, or that you just feel like you haven't been able to get. And again, ask yourself why, and ask for any help that you need, whether that's praying, whether that's asking someone you know personally, whether that's script writing out what you want in your life that's better than what you have now. Just find some way to put out your desires to change your situation into the universe, and ask for that help, ask for that relief, because someone's going to hear you. If this card was to be read negatively or upside down, it could represent wanting is part of the past. There are promising times that will return, and mother-like archetypes will be met again. Okay, you'll be taken care of in any way. Whatever is happening, whatever you're dealing with, you will be taken care of, but absolutely ask for that help that you need, okay? And, ask why things haven't played out the way you've wanted them to. last but not least, we have the bloodstone. So bloodstone is also one of my favorite stones. It's one of the first stones I ever bought, not this particular one, but the first type of stone I ever bought. And it's a great stone for building courage. It's a great stone if you're a person who has periods. It's a really good stone to kind of hold on to help alleviate cramps. I know for me, sometimes I'll just sit with it like in my pants, like that sounds weird, but in the waistband kind of area of my pants. And that's really a common thing, like sticking stones or sewing a pocket in the waistband of your clothes is like this super old school thing so that you can like hide little stones and notes and herb sachets and all kinds of stuff in there. But I will sometimes just hold my bloodstone on my stomach or in my waistband, just when I'm having like serious cramps or some like kind of pain, possibly TMI, I apologize, but it's real. That's just life, you guys. And this is also a good stone for like if you're going to give a speech. I think carnelian is probably a better stone for that, but this is an amazing stone if you're feeling nervous, if you have stage fright, if you're like suffer from some kind of lack of courage. This is a great stone to carry with you. Keep near you, keep near your heart, keep near the part of your body that feels the most anxious or the most terrible. And I know that sounds weird, but when we have weird anxiety issues, sometimes parts of our bodies react more than others. Like I know for me, one issue is like the very top of my back, like my shoulders here. They'll either tense up really tightly or just feel ouch, like they just hurt. Another thing that happens when I'm feeling kind of anxious is that my like, how do I explain this without sounding really weird? I tighten up in my pelvis area. Like I clench. So like figure out where your anxiety sits or your negative feelings sit in your body, and then like place this stone there or stone that'll help you out. But especially if you need courage, especially if you're dealing with fear, if you're dealing with some sort of worry, this is a wonderful stone to just kind of keep you or help alleviate those issues. Okay. Wow, it's getting dark. All right, so last deck is the Vice Versa Tarot, which I love, and I do need to practice with a lot more because I do want to start doing different readings with this deck. It's so much fun, and it's so pretty. It's so dang pretty. I am obsessed with this deck. But what is your message from the Vice Versa Tarot for today, for Monday, February 19th, 2000, or February 18th, 2019, for whoever has chosen this deck, whoever needs a message from this deck, from our higher selves and all those beings that allow us to connect with one another? What messages can you bring us to this two-sided, double-face deck for Monday, February 18th, 2019, please and thank you. You have the Four of Swords on this side, okay? I think with this side of the Four of Swords, can you see that? Like, it's getting real dark. All I have now is like my light. So with the side of the Four Swords, I do think that the message here is just, it's a lot like the one on the other side, things could be kind of falling apart around you sometimes. Things could be a little bit hectic, but you're kind of safe behind your, your higher self, behind your thoughts, behind just, how do I explain that? You're safe behind who you are, as in whatever is happening around you, as long as you're grounded, as long as you know who you are, as long as you're reassessing regularly, as long as you are adapting and changing, you're going to be able to like rest easy, even when things seem to be going badly for you, even when things seem to be going kind of not the way you really want them to go. Things are scary for a lot of people. Things are like Some people are dealing with paying bills. Some people are dealing with jobs they hate. Some people are in jobs they love, but those jobs aren't paying enough for them to, survive. Some people are dealing with the possibility of being deported, of having to leave their home or find a new home. Whatever it is, it sucks. So I think this is a message that whatever you're going through, as long as you are able to adapt and reassess, as long as you just don't freak out, you will be okay. Okay, whatever is going on, I don't think it's as heavy as the examples that I used, because with the Four of Swords, it's generally a message that you can kind of rest easy. Yeah, things might be blowing up in the background, things might be going a little bit crazy, but those are external issues, and your focus needs to be on focusing yourself, on grounding yourself, on centering yourself, and on keeping a level head throughout all of this, because these changes that you're going through, they're going to bring you to a new place. And that new place is probably going to be better for you, just because of with this Four of Swords, it's I feel like the message here is that you're moving, you're transitioning through something that maybe is suckish, but it is going to play out for the better for you. Let's see what the book says about the Four of Swords on this side. On the outside, how do you say swords in French? I totally forgot. I swear I knew that at one point. With Four of Swords, the king sits by a window that looks out upon a burning landscape. There is war and destruction in his land, but he doesn't have the strength to act. Four transparent swords hang suspended in midair, perhaps spectral weapons from past battles. Perhaps a vision of the king's memories of past strength. Behind the throne, a lizard moves from sunlight into shadow. While the other side of the card suggests a rest or delegating, this side doesn't hint. It flatly says that you can do no more in the present circumstances. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you are exhausted. Let someone else put the fires out. So again, like I said, you're in a place where you need to chill, you need to rest, you need to be able to adapt, but know that whatever it is that's happening, it's not something that you need to stress yourself out about, and whatever it is going to help bring you to a more calm, peaceful resolution, but you need to kind of rest. You need to take some time, like I said, to just kind of chill out. All right. That's your reading for Monday, February 18, 2019, just in time because it is getting dark. And I didn't want to stand up and turn on the lights because they're just way over there. So thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. And if you do like these videos, click those buttons below to like and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, I do have a link in the description. If you just want to come say hi, there's a link to my Facebook group. Yeah, come check us out. Come say hi. There's also the Bacchanals of Witch Fest, which is this growing pagan Facebook group that a friend and I founded, and it is doing very well, especially if you live in the New York area. We do host events, so go check that out. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember always that I love you. Bye.